Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on our channel or on our website. Reach out to me directly at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a model launched in 2005 and discontinued after 2011, the relatively short-lived and much-sought Royal Oak Automatic 15300ST, silver dial, 39 millimeters, and with the Audemars Piguet 3120 movement, it's the best of all possible worlds. The timepiece, of course, measuring 39 millimeters in diameter. Royal Oaks always wear large. They're idiosyncratic in that way. 49.2 millimeters from lug to lug, but if you include the plots, these little intermediate links that flare out, it has a more substantial 52.5 millimeter span across the wrist and a wonderfully svelte thickness of 9.4 millimeters, so it slides easily under a cuff. Let's quickly throw it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. For many folks, the 41 millimeter Royal Oak feels like an offshore. It's a path beyond. It's a huge watch, a 41 that wears like a 43 or a 44. It doesn't work on every forearm. The 39 is much more versatile, as I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. Maybe if your wrist is very oval, 13.5 centimeters. It's comfortable, it's flat, it's flush, and it slides under a cuff quite easily, as you can see from this angle, and it's very comfortable. It's also very beautiful. It is the traditional 39 millimeter size, first coined by Gerald Gento when he drew the original on a napkin back in 1972, and you can see that the finish is everything you expect from Audemars Piguet. The real value in a Royal Oak is the case and bracelet. As you can see, a satin finish, as well as a expanding bevel that perfectly continues a line from link to link, to the point that you can actually marvel at the tolerances of this bracelet. Not only is everything perfectly aligned, but though you can see the tapering slope of the links, moving your finger across, you can't feel the steps between them. That's how well finished and well assembled it is. Note the polish at the end of the plots, a facet that you can only see when you roll the bracelet. They're finishing this bracelet where you wouldn't even look, and it takes 10 to 11 hours to finish one of these bracelets. As you can see, it features a double deployant using AP logo style swing arms, twin trigger, so you must depress both to pop the bracelet open. Like the bracelet itself, the clasp is more substantial than that you'll find on the 39 millimeter jumbo. So when you're getting a 39, it doesn't have the delicacy and fragility of the jumbo. These links are more substantial, as is the folding clasp, and you can see all removable links fixed by screws, no pins and sleeves here, Patek. The case is beautifully made and perfectly aligned. As with the bracelet, the tolerances are superb, so you can see the crease at the bezel continuing through the mid case, continuing through the back of the case, and then you can see that there's satin on the flank, but although there's a rounded inner bezel, the outer bezel is octagonal and rounded off, so it's sort of rounded polygon, and that's echoed in the form of the case. The lug hoods are of satin finish, and the crown, which contrary to the jumbo is a screw down, allows this to be a swimmable watch. As the jumbo is 50 meters, just like this is rated 50 meters, but with the screw down, you can actually swim with this watch on the surface. I never recommend people swim with the jumbo. The bracelet's held to the case using screws and bars, no spring bars here, the expensive way to do it, but the right way to do it for a substantial and expensive watch. A beautiful polished rounded profile to the bezel, and you can see that the crown is hexagonal, as are the white gold bolts that sit flush, truth be told, slightly recessed inside the bezel. The top of the bezel is satinated, running 12 to 6, and then the dial is cut on a pantograph, a 19th century mimicry engine that takes a big template and makes a little one out of the brass blank of the dial. So the hobnails are etched, including the mini texture over the individual hobnails and between them, and then it's galvanized silver. This is the one to own. If you're going to own one of the 15300s, they all have white date discs. They look to be monotone on the silver dial. They stand out like a sore thumb on the other 15300s. This is the one to have. White gold hands, indices, and AP logo. It is a loomed watch. There will be a loom shot later. Now the watch includes hacking or stop seconds, and should the watch run down or encounter an irregular month, there is a quick set for the date as well. An artisanally crafted dial, an artisanally crafted case and bracelet, and then inside Audemars Piguet manufactured caliber 30-120. I'll do my best to illuminate it so you can see and appreciate. You have the winding mass, which is gold and engraved with the coats of arms of Audemars and Piguet, to remind you that Audemars Piguet is the oldest Swiss brand, still in the family hands, 1875 to present, still owned and run by the founding families. Now the rotor winds bidirectionally for smoother action. AP didn't want a 7750 like unidirectional rattle, and it uses ceramic rotor bearings for efficiency and low maintenance. Now it has a 60-hour power reserve, and it beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. We'll try to get a better angle here. And beaten away at 21.6, it features a full balance bridge and a free-sprung index for shock resistance. It's also not excessively thin, so it's not a delicate movement. It was designed for use in the offshore. So you've got the 3 Hz beat rate, the sturdy balance and bridge architecture, 40 joules, the 60-hour power reserve, the quick set and hacking seconds, and then it's handsomely made. Not entirely hand-finished. It's a blend of hand and mechanical finish, much like an FP Journe. A handsome in-house caliber that gives this watch greater toughness, and with the quick set and the hacking, more features, as well as a longer power reserve than the 2121 you find in the Jumbo. Email tmosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And I'm back with the discontinued 39mm Royal Oak 15300ST.